All right, let's get right into it. Okay, so the idea is, we have a bit of a negative perspective and outlook when it comes to somebody moving from the bottom to anywhere higher. Anytime you move up in life, you got a lot of negative perspective, a lot of problems, a lot of bullshit. Drake had that song "Started from the Bottom, Now We Here." I thought that was total bullshit. He lived in supposedly like the most affluent area, or one of the most affluent areas of Toronto. And his mother had a lot of money. And he was doing Degrassi when he was younger. Like he had a role on Degrassi. But we do get it, So one of the most popular started from the bottom fictional heroes is Al Pacino, Scarface. He starts off from a Cuban jail or something. He's pretty much a loser. He's got nothing. He comes to Miami hoping to luck out. Starts from an immigrant asylum. Does a hit on somebody in order to get out. Gets a job as a dishwasher. Mouths off his way to getting a drug deal. A drug deal goes bad. One of his friends die. He gets the money in the drug, and so on and so forth. And you know the movie. There's a lot of negative perspective when it comes to anybody starting from the bottom and moving up. Well, why are you moving up? Why are you moving up? I want to clarify something. If you genuinely are something, it doesn't matter if you're at the bottom. If you are genuinely somebody and you're at level 1, it doesn't matter. You might be at the most basic level, but you're still somebody that's considered to be higher or above or just a higher caliber or stronger than most people. You see what I'm saying? So you could be a version of some people who are like really whatever, but you could be at their level 1. And thus you would probably be treated as so as well. That's the only thing I wanted to point out, because when you genuinely move up, it's not that, oh, I used to be this, but I'm this now. No, it's I was always this. This is who I was. I was at level 0, even though I was that type of person, and I've only moved up in the type of person I am. Does that draw a negative feeling or a negative perspective or a negative eye? Definitely. It still draws a negative eye. It's the same thing. You're still moving up, from somewhere to moving up, and people don't like that, It's one thing to move up, it's one thing to move up slowly. I think moving up slowly is one of the most painful feelings that you can go through. It's like people just spoiling you when you're not moving up. You're staying down there, you're like a horse, or it's something basic, and people absolutely love you. Everybody loves you. And you're getting like, oh, well, okay, I'll hook you up with something, you know what I mean? People trying to hook you up with shit, and really not respecting you while they're doing it, or respecting you just for the respect you deserve at a basic level, you know what I mean? But moving up slowly is very painful, And then it's like, I gotta tell you, I mean, it's felt, man. I could feel it if, like, let's say that I did. And first of all, here's the thing: I could be at some kind of level right now, but it takes a long time. And I know, and I'm gonna tell you honestly, this is very painful. You could be so fast and move up so fast and be at a legit level already. You could have already done everything you needed to do. Let's say you put all your work in and you've already done everything. You've already proved a lot of stuff. The truth is, you're not moving up. Doesn't matter. You might have, I'm like, I know I'm up to here. No, doesn't mean you're gonna move up genuinely in the world. And the reason is that the world doesn't move that fast. You know what I mean? The world moves very slowly. So even though your work is in, you don't really see anything. You don't really see a real change that you can actually measure right away, right? You might have put in the work to be here. And I'll tell you, you know what? When I really understood how slow the world is with these things, like moving up and all that shit, when I learned how slow the world moves, I realized how rewarding it is to move even like one level up, generally. I forget level, just overall your position going up. I mean, I can feel not being at the bottom anymore, and it feels good. It feels good to not be at that same bottom level that I was at my whole life. It feels good to have risen above that. Now I might not be even like that high, but just the fact that I'm not the guy at the bottom, there's someone below me, makes me feel good. Do you know what I mean? It makes me feel like, wow, I actually, with how slowly the world works, like you can put in all the work, man, and you won't see any return on your work for a while, because the world just moves slow. You want to ask me, do I even think about going to the top? Hell no, I don't think about going to the top, man. I don't think about going to the top. You know what I mean? When you're genuinely just at a higher level, you don't really think about moving to the top of the world. You know what I mean? I don't even know what the top looks like. I don't know what it feels like. And to be honest, I don't really care. You know what I mean? I'm not it's not even on my mind to be at the top. It's just good to just kind of move up a bit, just to move up a bit and just to have that. Is there anything else that I'd like to say about this? Not really. You know what, man? Like I said, it is what it is, everything, the world is the way it is, and it moves slow. And, things take a long time, man. It doesn't matter. Dude, let's say you were incredibly smart, incredibly quick, incredibly fast. And let's say you did the equivalent of a master's business degree within 6 months. But let's say you literally went out there and you bought all the books and all the professors, all the lecturers or the professors' material. So you got all the material and all the books, and you did a 6-year degree in 6 months. You know what I mean? You'd be like, oh, I'm at a master's degree already. Why the hell am I not getting this right away? Why the hell am I not getting that right away? Because that's not how the world works. You don't get something right away. You could put in the work and you could do the equivalent of a master's business degree 6 years and 6 months, meaning that every month for you is a year for somebody else. And even though you're like, yeah, well, I've already done everything. I've already submitted all my papers. I've gotten my grades and everything. Why am I not getting everything, all that shit right away? The world just moves really slowly, man. Even if you get a master's business degree or whatever, the world moves very slowly, man. You gotta understand that. Things take a long time, man. Doesn't matter if I was the best in the world at something, things take so much time. It's not like, well, I already displayed it and I got seen and I know and I'm acknowledged. You might be acknowledged, but when you expect to really see results, that shit takes a long time, man. People start their careers. Some people start careers at 16 years old, 18 years old, and they don't even hit their peak till they're 30, 31. What is that? That's like 13 to 15 years. It takes 13 to 15 years, even after you've already demonstrated and have all the skills and are repeatedly demonstrating them all the time. It takes 13 to 15 years for you to reach your peak. That's how crazy this world is. And after you reach your peak, it might take another 10 years for you to get a kind of like a senior position and retire from your younger performance job. You know what I mean? Things, this world moves slow, man. So I just want you to know that. That's really all I wanted to talk about. And a lot of people do look at negatively when you're moving up, but you know what? They can't deny how good you are, or they can't deny the fact that you are at a higher position. And it's just something they have to cope with. Anyways, I'm done. That was my video. This is not fire content. This is just like a basic little video. But I'm done, and that's it for me.